remind your voters not to stray, right?
You know, at the end of the day, the voters will make the decision as to which kind of government they want to have in the Greater Toronto Area. And
instead, in the past 25 years, all we have seen is a lot of corporate tax cuts. People that are $20 billion that was supported by the Liberals and the Conservatives.
Real.
Either Liberals or Conservatives or New Democrats, what has been a Liberal stranglehold.
And Jason, where are the jobs?
That's right.
Mike, I don't think anybody should take for granted the voters of Toronto. It's Canada's largest city. It's the reality is that I would say for too long, the Liberals have taken support in Toronto for granted. And I can tell you, I go to events all through the GTA. I see Olivia Chow. I see New Democrats. I often don't see Liberals.
Aren't you Tories guilty of trying to buy votes in Toronto?
Mike, I plead guilty to delivering real results for Canadian families. When we said that we were going to increase immigrant settlement funding, where the Liberals cut it, we delivered. The Liberals took new Canadians for granted. Where we said that we were going to bring, the Liberals refused to do anything to support vulnerable, at-risk community installations like Muslim schools and mosques, like Jewish schools and synagogues
that have been That's total nonsense. Come on.
Excuse me. The Liberal. What's the program that you introduced in government, Maria?
Total nonsense.
What was the program? We've introduced
the community.
We've introduced the Communities at Risk Fund. We've introduced the Communities at Risk Fund to help vulnerable communities protect themselves against vandalism and violence. Perhaps, Maria, you could mention what's the program you introduced in government? 13 years. What was it?
We established a $700 million fund to establish with the Department of Immigration to increase and improve the wait lines. We established I think it was a $3,000.
The wait list that went up to 800,000 under your watch.
Jason, because if you listen, 3,000 negotiations with the province of Ontario, $3,000 per immigrant coming into it to help settle
the immigrants. People are catching on.
You held back and you sat on for the last 2 years, and only at the last minute you begin to throw out money. With all due respect, you have to be realistic and not spew nonsense when you talk about this kind of situation.
That's going to be the final word.
We have not taken.
My gosh, can you believe this? Isn't this all the same?
But immigrant communities.
He said, she said.
No,
and you know what?
No, you know what? I've worked with immigrants for 30 years, and I can tell you,
Maria, the gap between the poor and the rich is growing
Absolutely.
in the Greater Toronto area.
And I'm not saying.